Oh, wow. I will have to disappear brief. So I will have to disappear briefly to give Lisa a hand upstairs. Turn your volume up on your control. I've just done that. Oh, wow, that'd be awesome. Gives you mean to he has risen again. Yeah. 41 seconds. 41 seconds. If well, that's the countdown on the clock. If you want to go live now, we can do. Yeah, okay. Be 4 seconds late. You'll know when it's getting close. Evil, evil monkey.
Making myself delicious dinner.
Why?
Even the smell of those things turned my stomach. Never mind.
Dinner tonight was absolutely delightful. It's like chicken.
Fuck you,
with like a yogurt. Chicken with like yogurt and red onion and garlic sauce on naan bread, with like roasted aubergine and like a lemon and lettuce and radish salad. Oh, it's so good.
We had chicken last night in a lovely mozzarella and tomato sauce. It was lovely.
Oh,
well, I've got a freaking cup noodle, so bollocks to you all.
Funny enough, I had barbecue chicken tonight with roasted potatoes, I think. So yeah.
Oh, tonight we're fish and chips. Fish, proper northern fish and chips.
Come on, focus. I'm having mini eggs.
Oh!
My wife has a mini egg obsession. Well, not obsession, she just loves mini eggs, and it's really sad she can't get them other times of year than this. So for about the 3 months around this time, she just buys every mini egg she can see, and just like a squirrel preparing for winter. So it hides them around the house. It's amazing.
Oh, the other day I saw after 8 mini eggs are out.
Yes.
Really?
I'll
be having some of them.
Yeah, tempted.
Anyway,
so while Mark can't hear us, let's slag him off for a few minutes.
Who can't?
Dark.
Splitter.
Just another conversation.
Oh, Guy, I've had a very good idea, by the way, for our thing.
Oh, okay.
I meant to type it out, actually. I had an epiphany in the shower.
I don't
Hang on. So you were thinking of Guy while you were having a shower?
I mean, that's
my God.
To be fair, doesn't everyone?
I'm sorry, I just came back in the room. Someone just said they think of Guy when they're having a shower.
Pretty much it. You're all caught up.
Yeah.
That pretty much was it, Dart, yeah.
Was it a guygasm?
Come on, focus. Focus, please.
I'm here.
Hello.
Yeah,
I was on the phone to my cousin.
Yeah, we guessed as much eventually, but
I told Zed No.
So, welcome.
Oh wait, I need to go get something. You continue on, I'm listening.
He's trying.
Last session, you went down into the sewers in search of a three-legged goblin. Following the trail of blood and other things, you avoided falling in the sewers here and there. Somehow, Jet managed to avoid the sewer this time round. Unlike every other game he's played in where he's fallen in it. Eventually it led you to a closed door. That closed door you managed to get open, and inside you discovered a pentagram or an octagram or a mixture of both. I think the wording in the book was very misleading. It contradicted itself. But essentially, there was a large skull, a pile of blood. You found the three-legged hip bone or three-socketed hip bone of the goblin that you are looking for, amongst a few other bones and things that could well have been the goblin's bones, but hard to tell. You found a very nicely embroidered handkerchief that had a monogram on it, and the monogram, if anybody can remember, was
FS.
FS, correct. You also found a scroll, a silver platter, and a rather ornate-looking knife tucked away in a very bloody sort of metal wardrobe or garderobe or something along those lines. Whilst you were fiddling around in there, a demon appeared, or a creature at least, that you promptly battered very quickly. Not before taking a little bit of corruption, but you battered it nonetheless, and then returned back to the surface to an evening where you headed back to your digs, which happened to be a rather nice inn called the Journey's End. You cleaned up, you had some food, you went to bed, and effectively we start the session today as you all come down into the common room for breakfast. However, I do believe you also discovered or heard something about the goblin, correct?
I have no
Well, it has 3 legs.
I'm assuming not the fact that it's dead.
Well, it is related to the fact that it's dead. Maybe I didn't give you that information last week. Okay.
It was completely eaten alive.
Yeah, we
It was-
burnt the scroll.
Eaten or something.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Okay, all right. So we start the game. You're all sat in the common room of the Journey's End Inn, presented with a rather nice breakfast: some cooked meat, some sausages, some bread, cheese, breakfast ale, breakfast wine. You know, the usual kind of thing.
You mean Guinness?
Yep, Guinness, perfect.
No, can I have some of this, please?
Sure, you can have some of that as well if that's what you want. Yeah.
I want to try that at some point.
It's what I got at Christmas, and it's what's left of it.
Your Kraken rum.
Oh,
As you
right,
all
it's a
sat
Kraken.
there, the barkeep, the barkeep owner comes over to you, and he kind of looks around the table. Morning, fellas, ladies.
Morning.
It wasn't us.
Any of you lot read?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, and he hands you a rolled up piece of parchment.
Take it off him and open it up.
It is a bill
No.
for 70 shillings.
Okay. What's this for?
That's for your room, your board, your keep, and your storage of your luggage.
Well, now, hang on. I don't think that was the agreed price.
Chief Magistrate was the one that was basically funding this, wasn't he?
The city was funding it on the basis that you would find the goblin. Unfortunately, goblin was found dead this morning, or has been reported dead this morning, over in the warehouse district.
So
That's
Sounds
a
like a
lot.
town
Goblin.
goblin.
That's a load of rubbish. That
Yeah.
we got that goblin. In fact, I think I've got his pelvic bone in my back still.
You can't have. We just got message here, and he hands you over another scroll.
Okay, read that one.
That has you can make out just the wax seal on it would have been of the Bogenhaven town city hall, and it says to the proprietor of the Journey's End Inn, the goblin has been reported dead in warehouse district, not discovered by adventurers. Tab to be picked up by individual adventurers. And it's signed by the City Watch, by the City Town Hall, a clerk.
Sounds like you'll have to take that up with the town hall. Sorry, barkeep.
Yeah, well, we can do that, of course. But you see, the matter is, if you leave without paying the bill, I'll be forced to tell the watch that you are absconding without paying.
No.
Kindly to that.
Don't get excited here. You're not going to be forced to do anything. You will choose to call the watch because you don't believe us.
Nothing to believe, sir.
Right, so,
the city were picking up your tab. They've said they're not picking up your tab, so somebody
Landman.
needs to pick up the
Well,
tab.
Correct.
Lanwin,
I
can you
suggest
show-
you talk to the city about it because
Yeah.
that's nothing to do with us. That seems to be a disagreement with
Right.
yourselves and the town hall.
Do you want to show her, Landman?
No. Whose name's on the bottom of that bit of paper?
It is a clerk. Oh, hang on a minute. It is a clerk. Let's have a look.
Sorry, I was just trying to find who actually.
My
told
advice,
us.
barkeep, is that in future you probably get a down payment on any tabs that are going to be picked up by the city.
These people sound pretty tough, don't they? We're just honest adventurers out for a good day's work.
Quick
I
book.
mean, more or less honest.
Well, I'll nudge Jay to be quiet.
Yeah, it's signed by a Clark Hoffman, Hoefman.
Auntie be
Well,
called Kent.
There you go. Now you know where to go and get your money.
Well, to be perfect honest, guys, this barkeep here is only his landlord, not barkeep, because you run an establishment, don't you? He's only doing what the city have told him. Now it's the city who is screwing us over after all the hassle we had in sewers, and I think we should leave our stuff here and go down to City Hall, find this Hoffman character, show him the shit that we got, that chuffing. That bone, that three-legged bone.
That might be prudent. If you're saying you've got evidence to the contrary of what I've been hearing from the city hall, of course you can also take it up with the magistrate. Maybe he knows something that we don't. I'm sure it'll, like you said, it's probably just a misunderstanding, ladies and gentlemen.
What's the magistrate's name?
Richter.
Richard, that's it. He's the one that sent us down there in the first place.
He was the one
you.
that sent you down in the first place, yeah.
Well, in which case,
First
let's
appointment.
go see
Well,
Hines.
you're
then.
more than welcome to keep that note, and when we go and get payment, we will mention the fact. But I think realistically, you probably still need to go and talk to the town if you want your money.
Well,
We'll do what we can to help you out, of course.
yeah, well, okay.
Some of us have an appointment with the church first. We need to report what was down there, and Rembrandt's got a knife to hand in.
Well, why don't we? I don't like.
To be honest, I
splitting up.
probably would have done that last night. I wouldn't have waited, but for continuity, yes.
Yeah, I was thinking that last night, but Zed wrapped it up while I was going to the inn, so I just thought leave it till morning.
Well, let's do both. Let's go to the church, sort out your bits and pieces, and go see this magistrate.
You'll find the magistrate in court at Festival Court, which obviously is in the heart of the Shastenfest. And then you can go to the church. So the High Temple of Sigmar. Oops, I'm not on a pingable thing. The High Temple of Sigmar is here.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
near
not.
Sheffenfest, isn't it? From where we
Yeah, and the court is here, and you are here.
Fantastic.
Right, are we split? We're going to split the party.
No.
Just so we
Let's
don't press gang
go.
anyone.
Let's all go together.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
to tell the temple to get rid of this dagger just in case there's something
Right.
corrupt about that, and get something started in case there's more down there and they need to destroy whatever the hell that circle
And
is.
don't forget to tell them about the kerchief with the FS on it.
Yeah, though that could be a victim for all we know.
Well, no, I don't think it was it? Deep blue silk handkerchief.
I don't believe we've got any evidence either way.
No.
Well, it's found near the dagger, wasn't it? Or
Well, it was found in the same room as the dagger. It wasn't found near the
yeah,
dagger.
that's
I
near the
thought
dagger.
it was just
isn't
over in the corner of the room, to be honest, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So near the dagger.
You're going to get somebody burnt at the stake just because he's lost his hanky.
Yeah.
Okay. Not wanting to cause too much of a fuss, the proprietor of the Journey's End just kind of says, well, I guess I'll have to take your word for what you're saying. But look, if you haven't paid and you'd leave town, I will have to report it, and that'll make it difficult for you ever to come back to Altdorf. You know what I'm saying? Bogenhaven.
Yeah.
You understand?
No,
Yeah.
I totally understand. And if we're right, but if the city decide to shaft us, then I promise you I will come and sort out your bill.
Yeah. By the way, we will be leaving the city, as in to go to see the magistrate in the Schaffenfest.
Yeah, that's.
We'll be leaving the city walls.
Fine. Yeah, that's fine. You get the intimation that what he means is that you leave the city, you never come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you going first? To the temple or to?
I'm definitely going to the temple first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the temple authority.
If the others want to follow, fine, but I'm definitely going to the temple first.
I'll drag my feet along behind you begrudgingly, muttering about do-gooding priests.
Thomas,
It's all right, he's got a-
it'd be fine.
Thomas is going to go up in flames as soon as he walks through. Into
I've
the
only
temple.
got 5 corruption. I'm not that far down.
No, we might learn
So far.
something, Thomas, as well.
Yeah, you're also dead, having exploded it in the middle of a form of chaos.
I'm not dead. Why do you keep going on about me being dead, people? Jesus, I'm right here. It's rude.
You set off down up to the Nullnaveg. Well, actually, you go out into the main plaza and head to the Temple of Sigmar. It is a very imposing building, probably the biggest building in. Well, it's certainly the biggest building in the Gottenplatz, and it's only second in size, I would say, to the town hall. As you kind of get to the building, to sort of the front entrance of the church, you notice that there are several acolytes with buckets and scrubbing brushes that are currently wiping things off the wall.
Oh.
Graffiti?
Wiping things off? Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
and it doesn't say Romani et Domum.
Romans go.
Yes, go, yes.
Like Brian, Romans go home.
Yeah. For a
Romans
second,
who are...
it took a second to actually gotten on what you were on about then, yeah.
And it seems to be something you can just make out. One of the most of it's been smeared and is kind of running down the walls, but you just make out the letters ULRI.
Ulrich.
Ulrich. Yes.
Got a problem with Ulrich worshippers in Bogenhafen?
Well, it appears that they have a problem with the Sigmarite faithful. Which is odd, because this is Bogenhaven. This is not...
We're not north of Altdorf, are we? So
You're not north of Altdorf, no. You're south of Altdorf. And you can... Yeah, you can... there are several... there are several people kind of in clusters. They're all muttering, and you get the sense that there's a little bit of anger being kind of vented towards worshippers of the Temple of Ulrich. And where is the Temple of Ulrich?
well, let's say for background, Ulrich isn't banned, is it, in the Empire? It's
No.
Well, technically, it's more of a major deity because it's the precursor to Sigmar, isn't it? Sigmar was an Ulrich worshipper.
Yes, correct. Yeah,
So.
yeah. So the Temple of Ulrich is over here, and there are several people that are all muttering and pointing at the temple about, and you get the sense that there's a few people that want to get a little bit of revenge on the Temple of Ulrich. But anyway, as you kind of walk up and past these, and you head inside, after a few moments, you're kind of greeted by another acolyte. Yes, may I help you?
A matter of some importance and privacy.
Okay. Do you wish to speak to anybody in particular, or just any one of the clergy would do?
Someone of a senior member of the clergy who is perhaps used to dealing with the darker side of things that are creeping into the Empire.
Oh, okay. Let me introduce you to Brother Retschlandler.
Well, I mean, alternatively, we can go and see the witch hunter who's set up over there. But I'd rather bring it to the church first.
The witch hunter's not there.
Oh, he's not, is he not?
No, he's gone. The space that he was in seems to have been vacated. And there are a couple of acolytes seem to be spending a lot of time on their hands and knees scrubbing the floor. It takes you to a side room in this vast entranceway. Actually, probably more of a curtained room, actually. And inside there is a rather balding man, sort of hair just kind of here, comes all the way down the side of his face and into a beard here. Probably no more than about 5'6", 5'7", and he's probably in his late 40s, doing quite well for himself. A little bit of a portly belly, and he stands up and he says, Acolyte Delfgruber, and who are these? Master Rexlandler. These are wish to speak to you about matters of... Well, I don't really understand it, but it seemed urgent, so I thought I'd bring them to you. Very well, gentlemen, madam, sit. How many of you are there? And he pulls out a small pair of spectacles, balances on the front of his nose. I don't think we've got enough chairs in here. Acolytes, could you bring some more chairs? Could you bring a pew, please? And you hear a banging and crashing after a few moments, and this pew comes poking through the curtain, and he plonks it down, and the priest gestures for you to sit. There's a couple of chairs in the room as well.
Is the acolyte still in the room or not?
He takes a quick bow and leaves.
Once he's left, I will begin to regale the story of how we got wrapped up into a tour of the Bogenhaven sewers.
This is a story all about how we...
I like what turned upside down.
Again.
Again.
Third time this week.
And he listens and he and ahs and and interesting and that doesn't sound good.
Without dwelling too much details on the contents of the sewers, I will move on and describe the temple that we found.
Well, gentlemen, I have to say, it is not something that we Sigmarite faithful are particularly proud of, but many of the residents, they have temples that they set up in their own private cellars.
This is a little bit more than a small temple of fools gathering together. There was a demon, a creature here. A creature of chaos.
I'm going to mutter to my friend Rembrandt. I told you they wouldn't believe you.
Show him the dagger.
No, hold. Don't scare the little people yet. You need to believe us.
And you have evidence of this demon? I mean, that is quite an interesting tale, you say, and yet here you are standing before us. I mean, yes, there are 6 of you.
The scars on my companions and I, as well as the taint on our souls that we feel creeping in every day we face these things.
And we also have Kay the Troll Killer with us. Have you heard of Kay the Troll Killer?
Counts for a lot, let's be clear.
Can't say I've heard of Kay the Troll Slayer, no. Have you killed a troll, my dear?
I have.
Head out to the Schaffenfest and I'm sure you will hear tales being regaled of Kay the Troll Slayer.
A few too many tales.
And what was it, the mule or horse? I can't remember.
Unfortunately, High Priest Edel does not allow me to leave the temple grounds at this time, especially during the Schaffenfest.
Well, it's convenient, isn't it?
She's 1 girl and 2 cups.
No. Down.
I will briefly describe the octagram circle that we found and the evidence and bones and remains, etc. And
the scroll that we destroyed.
And
yes.
I will bring out the pelvic bone of the 3-legged goblin and hail up the
May I ask why
remains.
you're bringing this to the church and not to the city?
You were closer. We're going to the city in a bit, but these boys want to come here first.
Well, don't you need to?
Because there was a matter I was hoping you would be able to assist me with as I reach into my belt pouch and start to draw out the dagger, obviously wrapped in its cloth.
Okay.
I thought you were going to pull something else out.
Sort me out.
Night is early.
He is too old for the priest.
And what
he's
is
a
it
priest.
you wish me to look at, good sir?
Well, I was wondering the same thing.
Wrapped in this cloth is what I believe to be a profane dagger that has been used for ritual sacrifice and may well yet contain the taint of chaos.
May I?
Very well, but I caution you.
Any suspicious sound?
And, show me.
I will lay it on the desk and unwrap it.
It's very nice. He looks at it. He ponders it for a few moments.
Do you have anyone within the clergy with expertise in these matters?
Unless it's that the witch hunter that was in the foyer has disappeared.
Oh, well, so I was hoping it was here.
Well, yes, unfortunately, he claims that he has heard of a cult to the north of the city that he needs to go and investigate. So he left at dawn this morning. I can't say the faithful here are disappointed by his leaving.
What was his name, by the way? I didn't catch it last time I was here.
I can't remember either.
It's not important then.
Have to pop back a couple episodes on the stream.
Yeah, you'll have to look
I
back.
don't know whether he ever actually gave me his name because I would have written it down.
I thought he did when we first met him.
Fabigus Heinsdork.
Say that again. Fabigus Heinsdork.
What?
Fabigus Heinsdork. Yeah.
That's amazing.
How do you spell that?
Fabergus. And then his second name is Heinz, as in beans. Dork, as in he's a dork.
Wow, they really tried. They pulled out all the stops naming this dude, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Or all the consonants, anyway.
Literally, he is. Well, I said I didn't know. I'm looking at the main book and realise that it's on the screen next to me.
Whilst this is happening, is there any suspicious shuffling going on outside? Can I stick my head out and have a little scan around for people being sus?
Yeah. Give me a perception check. Standard challenging perception check.
Standard challenging. You remember a couple of weeks ago I said I'm not going to put any points in perception because everyone else can do it.
Yeah.
They're all too busy chatting and playing
That's why I'm
with
asking you to do
daggers,
it.
aren't they? Perception challenging.
So yeah, max mine now.
Right. Now the building could be on fire.
No, the building's not on fire.
building's not on fire.
There is no shadows or anything moving around. I mean, there are people about. What you will notice is, though, stood to one side of the curtained off area is the same acolyte, and he's not paying attention as far as you can tell. He does seem to be kind of shooing people off who seem to be heading towards this area.
I might go and have a chat with him.
Okay.
Continue the main plot. I'll just kind of shuffle over and make sure he doesn't do anything suspicious,
Okay. No worries.
or at least not too suspicious with me next to him.
That's fine. Well, we can certainly keep this dagger safe if, as you say, it has been tainted by chaos.
Better if you could destroy it.
Well, I'll leave that down to.
I'd also recommend that you dispatch a few of your members into the sewers to come and look at this temple. It needs cleansing. We'd be more than happy to escort you, of course. We have a small duty to attend to first.
Well, we could certainly do that, yes. I don't know that it would be me that would go, but I'm sure we could find a couple of the temple knights. Maybe one of the more senior acolytes could accompany you. Unfortunately, as I mentioned, High Priest Edel does not really permit me to leave the grounds. There was this incident, you see.
Oh. Is the High Priest more knowledgeable in the ways or in how to destroy chaotic temples?
This temple needs to be cleansed.
He is the High Priest of this Sigmar temple. So, yes.
Yeah.
So it's just maxed out his level.
So I would suggest informing him at least so he can send someone that can destroy this temple, because we don't want any more demons being summoned.
Yes, of course. I will ensure that.
I'm not getting too much confidence from this guy. I'm going to start to wrap the dagger up.
So whilst you wrap the dagger up, can I have a quick chat with this acolyte here, see if I can spot him.
As you go to wrap the dagger up, he places his hand. You notice he cups his hand over top, and he says, "No. Let's leave it here. We'll deal with it. I did say we'd deal with it.
Well, perhaps we could speak to the High Priest.
We could certainly arrange that." And he claps his hands twice. At that point, your general chit chat outside. The acolyte goes, "Oh, excuse me, Thomas. The priest wishes for my attention. I'll be back with you a moment." And the acolyte comes in, and Rex Chandler says, "Go get High Priest Edel." The acolyte nods and disappears. After about 10 or so minutes, how old is Rembrandt?
Rembrandt is mid-20s. Let's have a look. 26.
26.
Or was at the start of the campaign. I think we've only been on a few months, haven't we? So
It's maybe 6 months at best. If I don't even think it's that, I think it's 3 months. A youngish man comes in, probably not much older than Rembrandt, and he wearing very resplendent robes. I understand somebody wishes to speak to me. I am High Priest Edel. Sigmar's blessings upon you all.
Sigmar's blessings, indeed.
How may I help you? I am a little busy with my duties, but I can spare a few moments for the faithful.
Apologies, we understand you may be busy, but this is a matter of most importance. I have regaled to you the story of how we came by this dagger to your priest here. However, There is a temple. Oh, and there's Zed's gone.
Good. I'm here.
There is a profane temple underneath this city, which we have found, and there was a creature, perhaps a demon, that was trapped there that we may have banished, destroyed. I'm not sure which. This temple needs cleansing. This dagger, we believe, was used in its summoning.
Interesting. And you say you found this temple underneath the city?
Indeed.
Well,
these are no fools. They were clearly capable of binding a creature.
Unfortunately, a city the size of Bogenhaven is bound to have many dens of chaos. But if you have one, as you say, then we can certainly ensure that it is not usable by worshippers of chaos. You say you know where this temple is?
We'd be willing to lead you, and I would request a few of your more armed.
Unfortunately, I would not be able to accompany you. Not that I would not. This would not be beyond my capabilities. I would have you know. I do have duties. However,
Understood, but a party of your church would be appreciated.
Someone with the capability to counteract the taint of chaos.
Well, I would suggest that you have Priest Gelvig join you. I can spare a couple of the knights. Would that be sufficient? Are you expecting trouble?
Not expecting.
We're reasonably capable of handling some trouble ourselves, but just for security and the protection of your clergymen.
Nice to have witnesses too.
Indeed.
That's actually my point, but
when do you wish for this to take place?
As soon as possible.
Sooner the better.
I would have come last night, but I was a little tired for some reason.
Yeah. Well, yes, you were tired. Okay. So Enel asks the acolyte to go and find Priest Geldvig, and sort of 10 minutes later, another priest arrives. This one is probably you can tell under his robes that he works out, that he lifts. You can see the rip. His robes are a little bit tight around his forearms, and they, there's that kind of quite wide across the shoulders. You can see that he certainly takes care of himself on his quiet downtime. Edel quickly fills him in, and he nods, and he says, "Well, I suggest we take Rotbart and Odok with us. 2 warrior priests of the temple. They are capable." Now, where are we going?
Explain where we entered and give a rough guide to the directions that we actually took. But we'll be going with you, so we'll show you.
Well, we ought to enter the sewers the same way we entered the previous evening.
Sewers. High Priest, you didn't tell me that I'd be travelling in the sewers.
The smell is a little ghastly, but
I know.
You don't need to worry. You can stay out of the main flows.
Allow me to change.
Come on, you big ponce. If I can get down there, you can do it.
He disappears again for another 10 minutes and comes back wearing... you almost imagine that perhaps he was once a warrior priest himself. He's got leather armor, a rather nice warhammer, and a shield.
Has he got any visible tattoos? Right across the forehead.
Yeah. Sigma loves you. And with him is two clearly warrior priests. Again, both warhammers, shields. These are wearing sort of mail surcoats. The warrior priests have the holy book strapped to that, in their pouch, where you can see kind of chained to their waist, etc. Well, now is as good a time as any, gentlemen, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The town council meeting will have to wait then.
Indeed, this is more important in my eyes. Don't want all those bloody things appearing under the ground.
Not another one.
I'm slightly concerned another one might.
Yeah.
You.
Looking forward to it.
Well, I'm more concerned it might be empty by the time we get there.
Well, no, but that copper engraving in the ground, there's no way they can tidy that up.
I think it's too early for copper theft, isn't it?
I don't know, there'd be a couple of pikeys in there. Oh, I can't say that, guys. Sorry.
Down, boys.
You're dreaming. You can't say that.
I'll edit that.
Fucking hell.
All right. So you head. So I pulled you here. So you're here. So you head from here over, sort of through the Adel Ring and over to the manhole.
Yeah. Lucky I borrowed the key, hey?
There's your temple. You start to pull the cover off. You look a little bit suspicious. There are 10 of you clustered around this manhole. And immediately as you start prying away at it, 6 watchmen kind of head over your direction. City property, what you doing?
Alright, you're up.
God's sake.
Is there any of them from yesterday?
No, different group.
We are here on request of the magistrate.
And which magistrate would that be, sir?
Heinz Richter.
Heinz Beans.
Heinz Gruber.
On what grounds has he given you?
Oh, I should flag it
Well,
down.
hunting
So they're
down-
actually found. Careful, the goblin's been found.
Yeah. We were hunting,
We're hunting.
down on their behalf, and we've encountered something else that the church needed to be told about.
So
And they aren't so
That's
much
bizarre.
grounds as undergrounds.
No.
Give me a one of you.
Oh.
What do you want?
Give me a charm roll, please.
Oh, go on, Kate.
Oh, that could be me, couldn't it?
Go on, do it. Can I
Yeah.
have it? I'm
That was
charmed.
average.
Better than me.
I could certainly assist. Yeah.
Challenging, but you can have a plus 10.
Oh, hang on, I'll re-roll. No, we're not having that. Hang on. None of that stuff. Come on. Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, but you have a plus 10, so that'll give you 1 success. Sarge, did you hear yesterday that a group of adventurers have been given leeway by Magistrate Richter to go down in the sewers, investigating something about a runaway? Not sure what it was, but maybe these are them.
Yeah.
All right. Get yourself down there quick. Get yourself back quick.
Sounds good. Let's go. Thank you.
Don't you worry, we'll keep it clean and straightforward so you guys don't have to worry about anything.
I don't think you'll be keeping it clean, but straightforward and not to worry, I like the sound of.
We've done the job. We know it's shit. We want to keep it as clean as we can.
As you lower yourselves down, the hell is this music?
I
you
don't know.
It's blending in as you talk.
If I
so it
see any
seems distracting.
6-fingered fiddlers, I'll be running.
you lower yourselves down, and then you sort of set off following the same path that you took yesterday. Eventually, you arrive at the door. I've got to change this. Hang on, I've got to
It's
change
weird.
this music.
Where's Clint Eastwood when you need him?
It's called Outlaw. That seems weird, that music. There we go. And you arrive at the door.
Lead on, Rembrandt.
Is it openable?
Yeah. Okay. You're going to head inside.
In for a shilling, in for a crown.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, let me start again. Right, you reach the door. The door is closed. And the grating has been covered over.
Somebody's been here.
Somebody has been here.
Are there any signs of activity outside?
No, it's clear outside.
Hmm.
I'll try.
Can I listen at the door?
You can listen at the door, yeah?
Assuming you want a perception test for
Yes, please.
I got my hand.
that. Challenging.
Yep.
I have my hand on the door handle, but I won't turn it until I
Don't
get
hear
it.
anything.
You do not hear anything now.
Still hefting my shield and axe. And I'll nod to the warrior priests.
The priest sort of
There could be trouble.
they
Faith and steel.
they basically pull out their shields with the emblazoned signal sign on it, and slide out their warhammers.
I'll try and open the door.
Doesn't move.
We might have to crash this down.
We left this open yesterday.
You did. Yesterday, remember, you had to dangle your hook on the other side with rope.
Through
The
the
grill has now been closed over, so you can't actually do that. So yes, you would have to.
Someone's
break it
been here, they haven't, and they've locked it and closed it.
Shall we set to this door?
Do we have a battering ram?
Ella?
Yeah.
I was going to say we have an Ella.
Can we?
Where do you want me?
Can we try
There's
and
a door
break
here.
down the grill? So the bit that slid over it, put a club against it and try and smash the
Well,
grill open.
Okay.
Can you put a dagger in and maybe lever it back
Yeah,
open
lever
again?
it.
All right. Give me one of you. Give me a strength check. I'm going to make it.
I'll give that a go.
Make it a challenging strength check, please.
Can anyone assist or not? Oh, someone's already rolled.
I was going to say I was good at.
I'm not that good, by the looks of it.
Um, 51. Okay. You can't quite get the purchase you need on your own to pry it open. Give me another way of doing it, and I'll give you some aid, and you can try again.
You guys have got
Well,
massive hammers. Can't you just bash
Ella?
the door down?
Ella,
We may have
Rembrandt
to
do it.
resort to that, but we'll see.
Well, that's what I was saying. If we break the grill, the metal that slid across over by sticking a.
No, if you slide it, if you get Rembrandt to do it with his axe, he'll be able to get better purchase. And Ella, maybe you help him.
I'm assuming it's like a sliding thing. Perhaps if Ella jams her dagger in the lower one and I dag mine in the top to get an even movement across it rather than an angle, might easier slide.
Oh yeah, I do have a dagger.
Will that work?
You start carrying a magnet around.
Got this piece of strange meteoric iron that I can.
I've got a potion of strength somebody could take if they want.
Okay. Give me. All right. Again, one person, give me a challenging strength roll, but with a +10.
I will do that.
Go on, Ella. Ella.
I'm going to roll. Terrible roll.
Rembrandt's stronger than me anyway.
I am, yeah.
He's
But
got 54.
let's do a reroll. Let's see.
Oh, right, the
Oh,
button.
Yes, but
exactly.
I'm guessing one of those daggers might not be in good condition.
Yeah. So you bend the tip of one of the daggers, but you manage to force the grill open.
All right, I'll damage
Right.
my dagger.
So I'll step through
Reduce
and
damage
dangle the hook in.
So the dagger will do 1 point of damage less.
Yeah. I'm just going to go on the details and change the damage down to +1. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I presume I've still got the hook I had yesterday.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You
Yeah.
didn't say you were dropping it or anything. I
No.
presume you would do.
I'll need to add that to my inventory at some point. Hook on a string, yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll clap the team on the back, dangle my hook through, and pop for that. Pop the
Yeah,
latch.
you
Actually,
do.
no, hang on a sec. I might have a little look through the door first.
Okay. The room seems remarkably, well, it's dark actually, so you can't really see. There's not even that spluttering light that was in there originally.
Of course, it's empty. Come on, let's open the door and get this over with.
Okay. You open the door, push the door in. You've got lanterns with you.
Yep.
The room is empty.
Any damage
What
to the floor?
about the rather large copper circle that was built into the floor?
There is no large copper circle that's built into.
Told you. Bloody.
Give me a
And they perfectly
challenging-
leveled all the flags as well.
Everybody, give me a challenging perception roll. Well gassed.
That's the way we can just brute force these problems.
We're looking at Elgast and Volquin here. A few people are using fortune points. That's fine.
Oh, I got +2. Oh.
So those of you who succeed. So surprisingly, there is no etching in the floor. Although when you saw it yesterday, you could have swore it was etched into the floor. That doesn't appear to be the case. But what you do find is some very fine flecks of copper and paint. The other thing, where the sort of the metal wardrobe stood, there is a strong, acrid, pungent, sharp, acridy smell.
Do we recognise it?
You would recognise it as lye.
What the heck's a lie?
Sorry, it's what?
Lye, Lye,
It would
which
be-
is
Is that what you
medieval
put on
equivalent
body?
of bleach.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you put that on bodies and things? Maybe not.
Yeah, that's right.
Scratch the floor where the copper was, just to see whether it's been painted over.
Not been painted over, no.
Is the floor higher than it used to be?
You don't know. You don't have geology or anything like that, so
Can we try and lift a stone or two?
Yeah, I'm going to try and lift it,
No,
leave
no,
a couple
no,
of stones out without looking too mad.
When I see him do that, I said, no, it won't be, because look, it's the same level as door, isn't it? They'll have to change the whole door and everything.
But
you
we
try
definitely
and
something, yeah.
you try and get some purchase on a couple of the flagstones, and they lift up, no problem.
Nothing underneath?
No, nothing underneath.
Cool.
Am I remembering correctly? Because I'm pretty sure you said it was a large, thick copper, and indented into the floor.
Yeah.
Like a
I'm not
big.
sure it was indented, but let's have a look.
I thought you said it was indented as well.
Because we couldn't destroy it, could we?
That's correct. That's what, because we were asking with regard to that.
Well, no, because one of you specifically said be careful not to rub it out.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. I could be.
An engraved circle of copper about 3 inches thick and 15 feet in diameter lies inside the octagram. A large octagram is painted on the floor, so no. I shouldn't have left you thinking it was indented, but if I did, that's my bad.
So it's like copper, like almost leaf or something like that? Or?
Almost copper leaf, yeah.
Okay.
And the fine flecks of it that you find kind of reflects that.
No, is it just circle?
It was a circle. It was an octagram or a pentagram.
With a circle inside the octagram.
Well,
the octagram inside the circle, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it's shown on the. If you remember them, let me show you the original map. Look.
Yeah, well, that's.
No,
yeah.
wasn't the map. If you remember,
Yeah.
the map showed the the copper circle on the outside, and actually it was an 8-pointed star.
That is 8-pointed.
An octagram. Yep, that is an octagram.
Yeah. Whereas if you read the instruction, it seems slightly different because the instruction says.
Yeah, but they were drunk when they wrote that because I think you said it was some kind of 7-pointed.
Yeah. Yeah. A large octagram is painted on the floor. An engraved circle of copper lies inside the octagram. In the centre of the copper ring, a 7-pointed star. So none of that makes sense as how they've drawn it on here. So yeah.
Okay, but either way, chaosy, symbol thing, big copper circle.
Yeah.
Gone.
Lines painted. Gone.
Well, at least, look, Rembrandt, there's still those copper pieces on the floor, there weren't there? So, there was something here that was copper.
Yeah.
It's not in our imagination. It wasn't some kind of drunken, hazy dream.
Concerning thing is, there's obviously someone still about.
Yeah, the priest is conferring quietly with the two warrior priests, and they just keep looking over at you a little bit puzzled.
It was here. Look, there's copper on the floor.
I'll describe what the demon looked like to the priest. This is what basically came out.
An indescribable horror attacked us.
Indescribable horror. Well.
And there was a scroll of some sort in the cabinet that was there, which we burnt.
There's no sign of any blood, I'm going to assume, in the... No. And was there any,
you can smell the lie.
Yeah. Was there any in the tunnels, in the sewers as we were coming, by the way?
No.
Must be another door out of this room.
Yeah, well, it depends. Is there a lock on the outside that can lock the door?
It was locked from the inside with the bar across the door.
So therefore there must be another...
There must be a way out.
Another way.
We should probably point that out to the priests and maybe take a look around to see if there's anything concealed, perhaps behind where the cabinet was, or...
I mean, could this be someone's basement?
Yeah, it will be someone's basement, or at least under somebody's house or shop or whatever.
Correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't there a flag at the back that had something hidden in it?
Oh,
no.
What about
I think there was a pile of stuff.
Hey guys, the handkerchief. Show the handkerchief to the priest.
No.
Why not?
Well, the handkerchief isn't going to give us any information as to...
You might know what the initials are, though.
No, but the problem is it's no proof now, it's just a handkerchief.
Wasn't there blood in it?
No.
Oh.
If you want to have another search around, give me another perception roll, but it's going to be 1 second. It is going to be give me a very hard perception test.
Well, I'm going to get bits of dust in my hand and I'm going to walk around the walls, sprinkling it, see if you can see a draft coming through.
Elgast, nearly.
If I give it one success, will that be a success?
Oh, I thought I was saying
to a -0.
Oh, 1 sec. Sorry, I zoned out there completely. Perception, yeah?
Yeah.
You can brute
hard.
force this.
Rolling real
Very
90 all the time.
Rembrandt's getting frustrated and pacing back and forwards.
So -0 is still a failure.
Oh, bugger, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to use the other one, but somebody did something.
Technically, -0 is still a failure in this case, yes. Sometimes I'm quite lenient with you on a -0, but I think I need at least one success.
Can I suggest we start smashing walls?
I'll do a reroll instead then. I don't want to add a fortune point
Yeah.
if it wasn't
I'm
going
just
to
going to start pacing the room, muttering and shouting, and like, this was it was here. It was here.
You got a 1.
Okay, so I'm going to pull you to this map.
Gonna slam my hands into the walls and
And Elgast, about where you found the handkerchief, you suddenly realise there's something odd about that back wall. It is the most amazing piece of stonework you've ever seen, probably dwarven engineering, and the seal on this, on what is essentially a doorway, is nigh on invisible.
Okay.
And it
Can
just so
I-
happened, the only reason you found it was, I guess, you maybe kicked a stone or something, and it just kind of disappeared underneath the wall at one corner, where maybe it's slightly out by a millimetre or so, but it was enough for you to see it and then realise that, yeah, there's a door there.
Okay, I'll try and open it.
Okay,
I'll push on it. See if it moves.
It doesn't push.
Well, slide.
Okay. You manage to push on it, slide it, move it, and it opens.
Looks like there's something through here.
That wasn't there last time.
Draw my sword and take a
bloody well
step
wasn't
through.
it? Elgast, don't go
Yes.
charging blindly.
I don't know.
It's all right. I'll cover him.
Maybe have Rembrandt as well there.
Hello.
I will motion to the priest. Seems my witch doctor friend here has found something. Witch doctor? Witch hunter.
Yeah, I wish I could cast spells and curses.
Two sides of the same coin.
No.
What happened? I missed all that because I was changing my battery.
I think witch doctors are the ones I burn.
Ooh, we found a.
We found a secret door, Dad.
So, yeah, I'll examine the floor. Are there any tracks or industrial type of thing?
No, it's very clean.
It looked different from the
These
stonework in the previous room.
Same stonework.
Just watch out for any copper pieces and things, because if they've taken that ring out, it must be bits everywhere.
Is this a stairwell or something?
It is a stairwell that heads up, and if you shine your lantern up, you can see after about probably you're about 12 feet down, I think, if I remember rightly, or a little bit. How far down did you go? Can you remember?
I don't know, but we came back up a bit before we got blown up.
Yeah.
Is anyone stealthy?
So you're about 10 feet down at the bottom here, and yeah, you came back up, didn't you? And then you got blown up. So yeah, you're probably still about 10 feet down.
Okay, Thomas just puts a finger on his lips and puts just some little, everyone just slow down and keep quiet kind of motions before we go much further.
I'll stick my thumb up.
I'll stick my thumb up back,
What?
shake my head, and look forward again.
Okay, I'll slowly go up as
Okay.
quiet as I can.
All right. Give me a stealth roll.
Is Thomas armed?
Yes. Thomas
Challenging
is
as
armed.
normal, is it?
This
Is,
where
is,
Thomas
is he
goes-
legged as well?
I was going to say, where he says he's almost
no.
legged as well.
Thomas is harder than he looks.
Challenging as normal?
Challenging as normal, yeah.
All of us, or just you lad?
Oh, wow.
Seriously?
Um.
No,
You-
I'm going to reroll.
Okay.
100, no
Hello.
way am I keeping that.
Okay. Still a failure.
Ah,
You go upstairs
What?
quietly, but or as quietly as you think. You think you're going up quite quietly. Is Volkwin not there?
why's that knocked it down to... Oh, hang on. Is that my armour? I was going to say my
Correct.
stealth is 40.
Your armor.
You're wearing mail, that's a -10.
Yeah. Okay.
As you start to head up the stairs, you get a witch hunter. I caution you, you could be entering a private residence. I'm not sure you want to do that. Even if what you say about this place is true, and I also caution you, there is no evidence to suggest it is, you would be facing trouble with the watch were you to be found breaking and entering into a private residence without reason.
Yeah. Well, at the moment, we're following a corridor in the sewers. If there's a door that needs to be entered to enter a residence, that would be breaking and entering, wouldn't it?
And at the top of here, there is a door.
Right. Okay.
And the door is probably an oak door. Oh. Sorry. No, it's a wall again. Sorry.
Okay. So it sounds like
I'm
there's
I'm looking at the map.
Oh,
It's a wall.
it's a dead end, lad. Sorry, we're going to have to go back.
I think we've got another secret door here.
Yeah.
Give me if you want to look for one, give me a challenging perception test. Because this time you think you know what you're looking for.
I didn't this time.
Oh, I'll just reach forward and press the button.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Volgrin,
red balloons.
nobody can see. There's too many of you here, all crowding around.
Thomas made
You
it.
suspect? Okay, so you suspect it most
I
probably
got
is.
+2.
Yeah. Thomas got +2. He's right behind me.
I didn't see a roll by Thomas.
Right
Oh.
behind me.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, Thomas.
Right.
You can definitely make out the outline of a door. It wouldn't be too difficult for you to figure out how to open it. But the height that you've come up suggests that most likely will go into a private residence. Or a residence. It's whether it's public or private would be the thing you would have to risk.
We could say we're returning a handkerchief.
I like it. Let's go.
Ah,
Can we hit the
Found this
button?
down there. Just thought we'd bring it back.
Very good.
I'm gonna reach past Elgast and slap the obvious button which opens the door.
Okay. All right.
With absolutely no regard for whatever's going on.
What time of day is it?
Morning.
I don't know.
It is
PM.
20 past 11 in the morning. The door opens into a bedroom.
Oh my god.
bow chickie bow bow.
Probably
The girl.
so they're probably up.
Right. So how am I going to do this? How
Close
do
the
we
door.
want to do this?
Can we hear anything in the bedroom?
Well,
I don't know. Are we about to start a pillar fight?
we are about to start a fight. I'm going to put two of you at the top of the stairs so you can see through the door.
Thank you.
And then as the rest of you come up, I will move you. The room in front of you is rather opulent and well appointed. It smacks of high society. Ballroom notoriety. In the distance, you will hear the sound of voices and things being moved around.
Is there anyone in the room we've just come into?
No, it is currently empty. Literally, what you see is a double bed, a chair, table, a closed door just to what would be your left-hand side, a dinghy, and then another wardrobe and chest of drawers and bedside table and stuff.
Gesturing for everyone to keep it down, Thomas is going to wander over to the table and look for clues and anything shiny.
I'm going to whisper to Elgast. Is there any view of the street so we know where this building is? Perhaps we
I
can
can't.
come back.
I can't see anything at the moment. I'm still in the sewers.
Oh, I thought you
Oh,
were
hang
on
on.
top.
Hang on. I haven't done this. Right.
Castle, you and I are in.
Maybe trying to hear what they're saying.
Okay.
There
Yeah.
you go. Sorry.
Yeah, I think we need to figure out where this place is and perhaps make a retreat and come back.
There does appear to be a window here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to open the door. Sorry.
Uh,
I want to reset the map.
yeah, I'll go over to the window as quietly as I can and peek out, see if I can
I want to
recognize
check.
where we are.
Does that reset the map?
I'll check the table for anything important.
Okay.
Any clues as to where we are that we can take with us?
The table in front of you appears to be a dressing table. There is a brush. There is a set of small vials with little squeezy pumps on them, and a small mirror, but nothing else.
Okay.
It's a makeup table. Perfume, maybe, and things.
Okay. Let's.
Any landmarks I can see through the window?
Have a look. Give me a second. Give me just a straight up perception check. It'll be challenging as you try and get your bearings while I figure out where the hell this building is.
Oh, nice.
I think the other map has an overlay, doesn't it? The sewer map is overlaid on the actual map.
Yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
Cool. I'll head to the door and just get ready to stab somebody as they come through it, and generally listen out for anyone being sad that we're in their bedroom.
Okay. Best you can tell, Elgast, is it is a house on the Adel Ring. And given the rougher proximity of the sewer, you suspect it's more on the west, between the north and the west section of the Adel Ring.
Back in a sec.
That puts it in the rich quarter of the city.
Right, okay.
Can I have come to the upstairs and have a glance in?
Yeah, give me a second.
I don't need to be moved onto the map necessarily, but I'm just going to quietly suggest that perhaps we should turn back.
Yeah, I'm going to pass on what I've seen through the window, that it's that location. Maybe ask the priesthood if they know FS in that part of the city. And
I want to go through that door.
Uh-huh.
Thomas wants to go through the door.
see, I want to get back down rather than not get arrested again.
We need to move the plot. Thomas wants to know. Thomas is a curious soul. He's been through hell to get to this point. He's fallen into sewage. He's been attacked by demons. He's not just going to go back down a hole and wander off and go, oh yeah, maybe we imagined it. That's not Thomas at all.
I could go
Thomas
out and
opens
knock
the
on front
door. I shut the secret passage.
How about we send somebody out of the window who can climb down and look?
Yeah,
So,
we're not leaving Thomas in there. Not on his own. We don't do that.
You want me to hit him on the head with my...
slightly safer than Castle and Elgast is taking random pot shots.
They hit! Don't know what you're bothered about.
I mean, is the window open or is it escapable through?
It is a very nice, well-appointed stained glass window.
Any other exits on the room?
It has some clear panels, and I would say one part of the window will open. Yes.
Right.
Okay. It's stained glass. Can I make out the picture so that when we're out in the outside, I can pinpoint which window it is?
It's not quite stained glass is the wrong word. It's not like a church stained glass window. It's more of a slightly coloured glass, but with like a crisscross pattern of lead.
leading.
Yeah, leading. Yeah. It's
Just something so I can recognise it again.
It's generic,
Okay.
but not common.
Yeah.
So potentially, yes.
As you people retreat down the corridor, I'm shouting a hiss towards them. Where are you going? We've got no evidence. They're going to think we're mad.
If we attack people in here, we're going to be worse than thinking us mad.
I guess Rembrandt kind of agrees with Thomas, but like this isn't. If we're going to sneak around, it's probably not his thing. He's kitted out in a lot of armor. And
is that a corridor leading there, or to
yeah,
the
it
other
is
room?
a corridor.
Okay, there's another room down there.
Do you describe it? I'm still by the door. So you've gone to the northwest corner.
Yeah.
And so going to the north is another corridor, yeah?
You can see a small child's bed just on the edge of your view.
God.
Down that corridor.
This isn't a good look, Thomas.
Yeah.
This is not a good look. But what's our move? Okay, let's go. Let's bail.
Okay. Yeah. You head back down the stairs. The priest and the warrior priest, you know, are down in the actual cellar. Basically, they just want to wash their hands of any. It wasn't me, Gov.
Yeah.
You closed everything up behind you, but you now know how to get into this building. You won't need to make any rolls to find the secret doors, even if you close them. So you can get yourself back into here if you wanted to do so.
Okay.
Just on point.
Yeah.
You know what we need.
I will go and tell the priest and the warrior priests what we've seen. And that's it's leading into a house. Looks to be a woman's room with stained glass window on the idol ring.
Yeah, it wasn't a woman's room. You got the sense that it was a man's room.
I thought you said there was like bottles with.
Yeah.
Oh, car.
But it was a man's room.
Okay.
There was actually no sign of any.
You know that men also use grooming products.
They did in the medieval. Yeah. To hide a lot of it's to hide the smell, right?
Yeah.
You spray yourself with strong perfume so you didn't get that smell, or spray it on your handkerchief or
especially when you're in the poor quarters and you want to be like, oh.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I suppose.
That's interesting. If you're kind of describing this to the high priest, to the priest and the warrior priest, you do kind of start thinking, actually, there was no sign of any femininity about that room.
Okay.
The handkerchief was a man's handkerchief, wasn't it?
Yes.
RS. Perhaps that's enough to. FS.
Right. And there was a corridor leading off from that room to a children's room with a small bed.
Yes.
So there's at least one child involved, most likely, in the household.
Perhaps we can make a retreat from this place. And...
Yeah.
I muttered to the party, particularly Kay and Rembrandt, that we need to drink and talk about this because this could get ugly very fast. We need distraction.
You get yourself back out of the sewers, close everything up, say thank you to the guard who had stayed on watch while you did your thing. Part ways with the priest for now, because as far as the priest is concerned, he doesn't disbelieve you, but he has no proof to believe you or corroborate your story.
No.
He cautions you not to go spreading that out and talking about that in public.
Well, that's why we came to your high priest. Yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, you head back to wherever you want to go. Let's
Good.
take a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Welcome
Thank
back,
you.
buddy. Take a 10-minute break. Back at 10 to.
There we go.
Right.
So, plans. It's just gone lunchtime.
I'm gonna pull everyone together around a table, order some drinks, and start a speech.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I know you all think I'm mad as a brush, and honestly, the things that have happened the last couple of weeks that make me question my own sanity. But I'm a hunter, and we need whatever's out there is a wily little shit, and we need to hunt it out, and we need to find it. And I think we might need to kill it, preferably with fire. Anybody disagreeing so far?
I like the fire. Fire's good.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
I don't
Fire.
fully disagree, but fire is a bit of a dangerous thing in the sea.
Okay, kill it with a little bit of fire carefully. You'd be
Alright.
in charge of fire.
No. Big fire. Big fire.
Control
Go big.
big enough fire.
Now, there's an easy way to find whose this house is and a hard way. I bet you most of Landwind's money that the owner of this house matches that handkerchief. So, I'd propose we do two things. The nice ones, buff your plumes up or whatever it is you do, go around the front, knock on the door, and say, "Hi, we found this." We found this. We just want to. We didn't ask to return it to you.
The only one who has a plume is Ella, and she doesn't do the best at that conversation.
One of these
thing.
days we're going to talk about this. Anyway, look, let's get back to the
Can I
plot.
just ask, the handkerchief, is it a guy's or is it a girl's? Is it?
Guys.
It's a guy's monogram.
Rich guys.
Gotcha. And is there like an emblem on it? Is there like an initial on it?
F-
Monogramming would have been unique because they're handmade.
So we just need to ask around the Edelring who FS is.
Well, we could also go and see who
Well,
is the
seamstress.
clothier around
Yeah.
there who might recognise the work.
We know what the window looks like. We can find the house, bang on the door, offer to return it, and when they ask where we found it, we tell them we found it downstairs.
I found it in your Temple of Chaos and see what the reaction is.
They are likely to make a run for it, and it just so happens that a couple of heavily armed lads will be downstairs waiting.
Can't we add some perfume to that handkerchief and give it to his wife?
But don't you think first we should
Some
go
lass
see the
has been
magistrate?
wiping your husband's nose.
I don't trust the magistrate as far as I can throw him. I've not even met him, but I bet he's a big, fat, lazy bastard.
Yeah,
He's
but
just tried.
we've
He's
got
tried
this-
to stiff us. He's already tried to stiff us for the hotel he promised us. What do you think he's going to do when you tell him that one of his rich mates is actually a demon? Do you think he'll be like, "Oh yeah, sorry lads, have your money back. Let's go arrest him."
Well,
He
no,
will
let's
stab
go.
you.
Let's
He
go
will
try
look
him
at you.
first, and there's no harm in showing this bone to him and saying, "Look,
No harm. He'll have you cut. They'll arrest you as soon as they look at you.
Okay. I know you're pretty straight talking. And you've known me for a while.
Mhm.
But is Thomas making sense or am I going mad?
Yes.
I was going to say the same thing.
Good enough. Good enough.
Like it.
Now the big question is, do we go at daytime or nighttime? When is the best chance to catch a rat?
Well, first is to find the building of the house, right?
Find the house. Right. Elgas has been able to give us details of the window and the view, right?
it's northwest. So it'll be this bunch over here, won't it?"
I'll go looking for the house.
Edelring, yeah. I suggest we go in at least pairs. If anyone wants to go and talk, I think we set the magistrate off completely at this point. He's already stitched us.
He also hasn't paid us yet.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I don't think he will
I
in a minute
don't
either.
want to be out of pocket of 3.5 gold.
He is not going to pay us. They've already stiffed us. They
You
will.
get stiffed by everybody, you lot.
Yeah.
They will not pay us unless we
Okay.
force them to, and I don't want to force our hand now
That's
when
our
we
new
could
group
catch a
name,
big
isn't it?
rat.
The dist.
You get stiffed by your own party members.
But we're here. That's what friends are for, boss.
Was it you I was implying? Trying to find out.
Go on, let's catch a rat and maybe burn down a building. It'll be fun.
I like the
Okay,
idea.
so where are you going in the afternoon then? You splitting up, do different things. You staying as a one group.
General, I'd like a bit of general milling around the Adel ring. Maybe a bit of listening to gossip. Okay.
Yeah, I'm up for that. Always.
A bit of
I'll see if I
try-
can find the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Elgast.
Okay.
Mainly looking for the window.
We've both seen it.
Okay. As you set off out of the inn, which tavern have you gone to? Cross Pikes, Wolf's Tail, Journey's End again.
I think the journey's end, just to show our face, to make it clear
Yeah.
that we're not run off.
We're still about.
And pay our own bill,
Pay our own bill.
not
Yeah.
not the other bill.
Okay. All right. As you depart after having lunch and a general conversation about plans and what's going on, you kind of wander out the journey's end, and you hear this. Oh, hello there. You there? How are you? How goes the search?
And
Thomas growls
it?
and looks around.
No.
oh, the guy from the Schaffenfest.
You see the doctor, Dr. Malthusius. He comes striding towards you. Were you responsible for finding the goblin? I heard it had been found dead in a warehouse, or killed in a warehouse, or something. So I've been told.
Bloody
We heard the
lies.
same word, but that wasn't us.
And it wasn't your goblin.
We found the dead of another.
Oh, well, very peculiar. How about you join me later today for brandy and tobacco? I want to know if it wasn't you, if you've heard anything from the magistrate or anything. He seems to have left for the day and has been replaced by another magistrate, and I can't get hold of him no matter how I try. I've been wanting to see if I could get the goblin's body back. I thought maybe, if we could get it stuffed and mounted, it would still attract a crowd.
No,
Get the body back.
no, look, my friend. It seems like we've been stiffed like you've been stiffed, Dr. Malthusius. We saw the goblin and we saw its remains. In fact, I've got his pelvis bone in my backpack here. But they say they found him already, and we're getting shafted for our board and lodgings. They said they were going to pay.
Give me an average charm test, please.
It's not just board and lodgings; it's pay and board and lodgings.
Pay and board.
And the
Yeah.
principal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's mainly what's pissing Rembrandt off, to be honest.
Yeah.
He keeps doing honest work, risking his neck, and then not getting paid and shafted for it.
This is why you're coming over to Thomas's point of view, right?
He's starting to get a little bit twitchy and violent in his head. It's like,
And how did you come by this? I mean, this is very clean, this bone.
It's very aye.
What happened to it?
I'll tell you what. We tracked some blood through. You know how it was injured. We tracked some
Yeah.
blood going through the sewers to this room, and Rembrandt here will tell you what was in that room because I can't describe it as good as he can.
Not on the street, we're not.
Rembrandt
We'll
just
talk-
shakes
we'll
his
talk
head.
to you later.
once we've resolved the payment thing, I'm sure you can have the remains back.
Yeah, he wants to know what happened in the room though, Rembrandt, and that thing and that all the bones.
We
Not
don't
out
know
here.
what happened to the goblin.
Don't know that one.
I also heard that a dwarf was found in the sewers last night as well. This morning actually, over near the warehouse district as well. Seems to be strange things going on. But you're saying that my goblin wasn't
No,
at the warehouse?
no, it wasn't.
Not to our knowledge, it wasn't.
Where's this dwarf?
Oh, jeez.
Where's the
Oh,
warehouse?
it's not that bloody dwarf.
Well,
What
I
bloody-
presume the dwarf has been taken to the Temple of Mor.
The dwarf's dead.
Which dwarf?
Well, that's usually what the consequences of finding a body in the sewers generally. Was it a friend of yours?
I don't know. I don't know a lot of dwarves, but I did meet a dwarf the other day.
Well,
I'm sure there's more than one in the city.
I'm sure there's many in the city. There's a few dozen in the Schaffenfest, to be honest. Well, I would imagine that the dwarf has been taken to the Temple of Mor to be prepared for burial or whatever it is that happens to dwarves. I don't actually know if there's where the Temple of Mor might be.
Probably around the other temples. You know, there's a few temples and bits.
Yeah, it probably is.
Where was this warehouse?
I'm
that
gonna.
was found at?
Fulquin, are you about?
Yes, I'm here.
Fulquin, I referred to you as Caster for roleplay reasons. Your lawyers, your bent lawyers,
Yes.
they were very keen on catching chaos, weren't they?
As far as I can remember, yes.
Who were they again?
Oh, God. I don't know.
My memory's terrible for the written word, but I know you're a learned man. So just remember that name, because we're going to be banging on some doors in a bit, and I think that could be a very interesting name to be dropping.
Let me see if I can find it.
Which one, Caster or the
Yeah,
lawyer's
the
name?
lawyers. I don't have the information to hand, unfortunately.
I kind of wrote this down as well, I'm sure I did.
The
Something
solicitors
about
that you
what?
went to see, Lock, Stock and Barrel.
Looks like a ball, that was it,
Oh,
yes.
thank
That's
you.
it.
Because we could always, be from Lock, Stock and Barrel when we deliver the handkerchief. I'm sure they're famous.
No, it's completely made up, wasn't it? It was a trap.
Yeah, it was a trap.
Oh, really? You telling me there's no inheritance?
Sadly, no.
It's a trap.
Fuck. Oh well, sorry, Mo. Sorry. Sorry, Caster. Pat him on the back.
And now we're this bloody magistrate's bugger off out of Bogenhafen.
Let me guess where the new one lives.
Malthus just kind of goes, well, ladies and gentlemen, I must be off. I must go back to my thing. I'll be leaving as soon as the festival is over. I may even decide not to come back here. It's been quite unpleasant for me. Anyway, my offer stands if you wish to join me for tobacco and brandy. You know where I am.
Oh, you'll be at your show, will you?
I will continue for now.
I did ask where was the warehouse. But, yeah,
Oh,
fine.
you did, yes. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't know. I just heard that it was by the river. I mean, well, most of the warehouses here are, I suppose, by the river. I don't particularly know which one. I haven't heard anything about it. Just that's where it was found and killed.
Okay, thank you.
I mean,
Interesting.
I'd have rather them kept it alive, poor thing. But you're saying it wasn't there, so
No.
Not unless there's more than one.
that you don't want to tell me about.
We'll tell you later on once we've sorted out what's going on.
No, okay. Very well. Well, don't leave it too long. As I said, I'll be packing up and leaving as soon as the festival finishes in 3 days' time.
Certainly, Dr. Malthusius. We will be back in touch.
Listen, if you're heading up through the Platz there, try to stay a little bit clear from not too far away from the Temple of Ulrich. There's a madman who seems to be spouting all kinds of nonsense, prophecies and doom. He's been trying to be moved on 3 times, but the City Watcher are not able. It seems to always kind of gravitate back. The Temple folk are just ignoring him like they always do with these kind of crazies. Unpleasant business, if you ask me. I wouldn't get involved. Anyway, I will hopefully see you for brandy later.
Indeed, sir. We'll look forward to seeing you soon. Is it worth some of us popping over to the temple and listening to this crazy man? Because there's a lot of strange things happening at the moment.
And
If you want to go listen, boys, and knock yourself out.
Because
Elgas and I
that's
are going
right. There was that other guy, wasn't there? I wonder if it's the same person.
Okay.
Because he was spouting some.
I don't feel like I'm much use anywhere else. I'll take a look.
Yeah, who did he see? He saw somebody and started pointing at them and... Oh, go on, let's go see him.
Okay. All right, so Elgast and Thomas, you're going off to look for the building.
Yeah.
The rest of the group are going to go and... Poor Dart's fallen asleep, look. The rest of the group are going to go to just mill around and try and find this madman.
Yes.
Okay. All right. You're going to spend probably the next couple of hours kind of mooching around the Adel Ring, trying to pinpoint the possible building that this could be. But eventually you will discover it. And we'll come back to that in a few moments.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Those of you who are kind of heading off across the Gotten Plants, it's quiet. Usual people milling around, priests here and there. There's still a bit of an angry crowd kind of milling around near the Temple of Ulrich, but the City Watch seem to have kind of interposed themselves between the crowd and the temple. There's a number of Ulrich worshippers who are kind of claiming very vocally that they had nothing to do with the defacement of the temple, and how dare they accuse them of doing so. Whilst they don't believe that Sigmar is a god, because he was a man and he shouldn't really be God, he's just a man, they do respect the fact that it is a place of holy worship, and they would not dream of defacing a place of holy worship, especially in the one so grand as that. But there's no sign of a madman. And inquiring, you kind of sort of a priest of Verena kind of sort of says, yes, are you inquiring? You're asking about Ulfar. The crazy fool tends to come here in the mornings and spouts his nonsense, his so-called prophecies. A few people fall for it, but we of the priesthood tend to just turn a blind eye and ignore him. He's harmless. I'm sure if you're interested in speaking to him or listening to what he has to say for whatever reason, he'll be here tomorrow.
That's wonderful, thank you. I just, out of the mouths of madmen come a little bit of truth.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree with that. I think out of madmen comes chaos. Whereas if you want the truth, you should attend one of our sermons. Are you a follower of Verena?
No, corn. I'm joking.
I'm a follower of Nurgle.
Nurgle, yeah. Do you have any maggots?
Speaking of truth, you must have lived here in the city for a while.
All my life, sir. All my life. Great city, Bogenhaven. Great city. The Schaffenfest in particular. Have you seen the Schaffenfest? It's amazing.
We did pop by the other day, and I'm sure we'll go again before we leave. But I was just wondering. I mean, I spent a bit of time around the Empire, especially up in Altdorf and Ubers, right?
Yes, fine cities in our capital. Brilliant. Yes.
I've always seen, although the Sigmarite Church and the Church of Ulrich don't always see eye to eye on everything. They've generally had very good relations and a mutual respect. Has that always been the case here, or does this stuff happen quite often?
Well, you're referring to the daubing of profanities on the Temple of Sigmar there. Yes, we heard about that. Yes, as Verona is my witness, I have no idea whether there's any truth to the matter. It's happened occasionally, but usually,
But normally the two churches get on quite well.
for the most part, it depends in what part of the empire you are. Go to Middenheim? Absolutely not. Go to Altdorf? Probably not. The rest of the empire, they tolerate each other. To be fair, we all tolerate each other. As you can imagine. There are only so many worshippers, and there are many gods to be worshipped.
Oh.
But we represent truth and justice, and I'm very happy to have given much of my life to the worship of and the teachings of Verena.
What was he called? Andreas? What was he called? Oh. You know that guy screwed us over.
Oh, the guy
Yeah.
screwed over. Yeah.
Which one?
Yes, the fake priest of Verena or previous priest of Verena. Oh, I'm sure it's called Andreas or something.
It was.
It was
It was
Andreas.
Andreas. You haven't got a surname. Well, I haven't got a surname. Road towards Holtdorf. Was this whole goal?
I'm not sure I ever gave you his surname.
No, I don't think he did. I won't make any fuss of this. I'll leave it at that.
Okay. All right. We'll go back to. So, what would the rest of the group be doing then for the next sort of hour?
So we found the place, yeah?
Well, hang on. I'm just going to. Yeah,
Quick
you're
fire.
about an hour. You're about an hour and a half ahead of the group now.
Okay,
By
apologies.
the time you discover it.
I'm going to wander to town hall. I want to find where this warehouse was, and also where this body is for the dwarf.
Okay.
The dwarf intrigues me
Mm.
because I've just got this sinking feeling it's the fellow we keep bumping into.
That's right.
Kept.
Okay. Again, I'm going to do this bit, and then we'll catch time up. So.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um,
Apologies. Yeah.
What?
The rest of you kind of head back over to the town hall. There is a clerk, and I think behind the kind of the desk, and he looks at you over his kind of horn-rimmed glasses. Can I help you?
Aye. We were tasked with finding a three-legged goblin by the magistrate, and we found him. But then we got back, and this morning we were told that somebody else had found him in a warehouse. And I just want to say that's complete rubbish. What's going on? Who found him? Because we found him. We got proof.
You say you were working on behalf of a magistrate? Do you have the magistrate's name?
Yes,
set?
Heinz Richter.
Ah, Magistrate Richter. Yes, he's been taken ill. He's gone home.
No, that's not what I was told. I was told he'd gone off another business. Although we were going to go see him, but he wasn't there, and we didn't go because we told you he took another business.
Well, unfortunately, yes, he was taken sick this morning during his duties at the festival.
Nothing serious, I hope.
Well, I've not heard anything either way, so I couldn't possibly comment. I'm not a physician, sir. I'm a clerk.
Right, I'm very sorry. Was it Hofmann who was the clerk, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yes. It's Hofmann here.
No. He has also gone for the day.
And what reason has he gone for the day? Is he
didn't
sick
give
as
one.
well?
No, I think he's gone to the Schaffenfest.
Because he's the one that sent this letter out. We're owed money for our board and lodgings for finding this goblin. And somebody's saying that they found him.
Would that be
that's
the goblin that was
rubbish.
discovered in the warehouse this morning?
He
sir?
was not discovered in the warehouse this morning. Show
I
me a
have it here,
body.
sir. I have it here from the watch,
Yeah.
signed, duly signed by the watch captain, that the goblin was found in a warehouse.
Where's the body?
Well, it doesn't say where the body's been taken to. I presume the Mourners Guild.
Nah. Right, well, look at this. And I'll pull this pelvis out my back to Three-legged goblin pelvis found
If
in
you
the
say so,
sewers.
sir. If you say so. I mean, that's very interesting, sir, but I'm not an anatomist or a physician. I couldn't comment whether that's a three-legged goblin, a four-legged goblin, a two-legged goblin, or a goblin at all.
Can
So,
you see
It's
the
got
holes
three
where the legs?
sockets.
Yeah, you see the holes where the legs would be.
I mean,
Have you ever seen a limb pulled out of a socket? Looks pretty much like that, mate.
That's the boy.
If you pass me your pelvis, I'll show you what yours looks like.
Hang on a minute, sir.
There you go. See, look, 1, 2.
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me just put my point forward here. We
No,
were paid
no.
for a job. So
Yes,
we're going to get paid for a job. We did a
Yeah.
job. We're now not going to get paid for a job because somebody else said they did the job that we did.
Indeed, and according to this information, it was warehouse number 4
Why, thank you.
was where the goblin was found and cornered and killed by the watchman.
And what,
It would
which
be-
watchmen were these? Which part of the watch were these?
No, they'd be in the hang on a second. One sec. Hold your horses. I saw the name of the guard. I'm just trying to find it. One sec.
Just so you know, in my notes I put warehouse number 4, goblin found. Yes.
Be interesting if that's where the dwarf was as well.
Maybe they painted a dwarf green.
Well, the dwarf was in the warehouse district. I don't think it said it was the same warehouse.
No, it was in the sewers, though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So,
And if you take a dwarf's pants down, I'm sure he looks like a three-legged goblin.
Oh dear.
It irritates me when earlier on I read the name of the guard, and now I
No, you can't
freaking
find it. Where's Wally?
Yeah. Okay. I can't. He will give you a name. I'll try and figure it out for you.
you need the
Right,
PDF version so you can do searches.
To be fair, sir, I'm very sorry to be a little bit angry with you, but these we've done a job and we're not getting paid for a job that we've done. So, but thank you for the information you've given us.
I understand your frustration. However, I have it on good authority, all signed, documented, all legally
I
witnessed.
know. I don't do paper. I
Goblin
can't.
was found in warehouse 4 and killed by the city watch.
No, but we'll thank you for the name of the guard. We'll go have a word with him later on then. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
And I hope Heinz Richter, Magistrate Richter, I hope he gets better because I want to have a word with him too.
Well, hopefully he will do.
Does he live local?
Yeah, yes, of course he does. You want me to give you his address?
Just
Wow.
a contact address, you know.
Well,
He's not very well. We wouldn't want to barge in. That would be terrible.
I'm really not sure. And he starts tapping the table. I'm really not sure that can be given to you.
I'll slide him across a couple of silver, couple of shillings.
Well, yes.
Maybe treat your good lady when you see her at some point.
I do love that the ex-postie bargeman has all the coin in the group.
$1 gajillion. I bet wisely on, was it Ella?
You did, yeah.
Yep.
I did tell you to.
He did, yeah.
I just didn't have any money to bet myself. Turned out I did have a gold, though. Bastards.
He gives you an address off Langenstrasse. So kind of up this kind of way. Yeah. Not the most affluent part of town, but not the most poor and run down parts.
Well, that kind of bodes well for a magistrate. He's not corrupt. Hopefully.
Hopefully. He might have been done in by the sounds of things.
Yeah, I'm that's what I'm not hoping for. Well, thank you, sir, and good day.
You're welcome. Not a problem. I hope you get your matter solved. As I said, I absolutely. If the paperwork is incorrect, then the magistrate will have the power to overwrite the paperwork and rectify the matter.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Mistakes can be made if people hand in the wrong paperwork. Totally understood.
Yes, absolutely. I agree. That can happen. Anyway, I'm sorry, but I'm rather busy, and I will see you. Well, hope I don't see you again, to be fair.
See you next Tuesday.
Want to cut the revolving doors and come back in again.
I have a member of staff in my team who works Tuesdays till Thursdays, and every week.
Every week you say, see you next Tuesday.
Yep. We both say see you next Tuesday and have a little bit of a laugh. That's it. It's childish, but
it's funny, isn't it? It's the kind of thing you got to do. Okay. All right. So while that's all happening, let's go back to our duo out on the Edelwing. As I say, eventually, looking around, you kind of narrow it down to sort of 2 buildings that it could possibly be. Both seem to have very similar kind of leaded crossed windows. But eventually, the pair of you kind of umming and ahhing, a little bit of arguing amongst yourselves.
Yes.
You settle on one that is approximately in this vicinity here. A rather nice looking house.
Whereabouts again?
Single story. Appears to have a rather large... Well, it has an entranceway and a courtyard.
Any plaque outside saying who lives here? Like some of the notes.
Absolutely, there is. Yes, there is.
Can you read?
Yep.
There is a barrel with sort of hanging over the main gateway entrance to the building is a barrel with the letter S burnt into it very prominently.
Okay.
Does the font match? The lettering match, even?
Just the font match. Do you know what? Yeah, it probably would.
Same style of lettering, just different.
Style letter as what's monogrammed on the handkerchief.
Alright, Elgast, we're in business. Let's
Yep,
go round
you know
at the
where to
boys. We've got a rat to catch.
Does it actually give the name at all? Or
No,
just the
just an
monogram?
S.
Okay.
And
You
here's
can
another,
ask around.
so here's another thing. They completely mess up this bit.
Ah.
Bizarre. I'll explain why later, but right now I won't.
So it's going to be slapstick.
Door.
Right, yeah, we'll meet up with the rest.
Okay, you're going to go find the rest. So have you all agreed to meet somewhere?
We will have done.
Back at our friendly pub.
Yep.
The landlord loves us, we've not run away yet, and he's got our stuff.
Hello.
And we've got him like a pig if he fucks us about, but...
Just after 3 o'clock, where you all found yourselves back at the journey's end, the main group would have been there probably for half an hour, enjoying another ale, an afternoon kind of ale, and just mulling over what they've discovered. And then Elgast and Thomas stroll in together, hand in hand, like they're in love.
any luck?
Raindrops
Oh, yeah.
get by through
We've got a
the-
place to go.
Yeah, I was going to say, if it was that way, they'd probably be manacled together rather than hand in hand.
Oh, baby.
Whatever floats your boat.
Don't
I've
get me
got the manacles.
excited. Sorry, team, you're going to have to leave us alone for a while.
Yeah, well,
Right, we know where they are. So, what's the deal with the magistrate, everyone? How was your afternoon?
Well, it's a bit of a funny one, to be quite honest. The magistrate's taken ill for some reason. Why have I gone something sort of cockney?
that's Monday's game.
That's Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Magistrate's taken ill, but we apparently this goblin was found in warehouse 4. But you know, we got the goblin in the sewers, and we got the name of this guard, and we need to go have a chat with him at some point just to find out what's going on. Good enough. Rembrandt managed to get the address or where this magistrate's house is. Just seems a bit iffy.
Just out of curiosity, did you visit Warehouse 4 at all?
No, we didn't have time. We had to go and meet you.
I'm just wondering whether the owner of Warehouse 4 is the same as the owner of this house. He's got... It looks like the symbol above his house is that he deals with transportation or something with barrels, so it's entirely possible that...
It's got that like a snake symbol.
Yeah, the S one.
A snake.
That's the letter S.
Snake.
The snake.
Snake. That's how you spell snake. Brilliant. I love reading.
Oh, S is snake.
Snake.
Yeah. So that shape is for S for snake.
Oh. What other letters do you know? Oh, hang on a minute. No, we're supposed to be burning stuff down. Let's get back to that. Right.
I mean, if we could have a quick trot across it. It's a bit in Snake River.
Yeah, we're not. If we're waiting until dark before we visit his house, then we could check out the warehouse.
Yeah. Do you not want to do
yeah.
some general resting, getting ready, polishing your armor or whatever it is?
We've not exerted ourselves. Why would I need to?
Okay. I mean, you did fall in the shit last time, but now we'll be good. Okay, let's take a look around. Thomas is in no rush. He's getting ready for a big party tonight.
Okay, so you're going to head over later in the afternoon to the warehouse district.
We could always swing by the mortuaries and whatnot.
Apologies.
See if have a look at the dwarf and see where the goblin's been put.
Feeling
Sorry,
on
I
my
zoned
face
out earlier. I thought you
last night.
What's
I
that?
thought you meant go back to the festival. Yes, warehouse district. Very good idea.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay. All right. So you head from where you are across town to the warehouse district. That's probably going to eat up a good 20 minutes, 30 minutes or so. The city is quite bustling. People heading out of the town city gate to the Schaffenfest. But you find yourself in the warehouse district. And lo and behold, brought me map. Give me a second. I'll be back in a moment. Rebooting, reloading. Yeah, my map is no longer broken. Awesome. Okay, so that's here.
Right.
The warehouses line the entire sort of dock front, which is kind of what you would expect. Over in one area, you have Joseph. You can see Joseph's barge. And you start wondering, warehouses are... One sec, I just need to double check this. Warehouses are clearly... Well, they're numbered. Each warehouse has a number that is clearly visible, sort of above the main doors of each warehouse. They start Let's have a look. They start at this end of the city and they work all the way up here. So warehouse number 4 is this one here.
Any other identifying marks on it, like the same symbol that was in front of the house,
Nope.
above the
There are
doors or
no
anything?
symbols on the warehouses, just the numbers, and all the numbers are the same stuff.
Is it climbable?
It
Can we
is
get on
a
the roof?
standard sort of 1-2-story wooden building. Climbable if you had a way to pile things up so you could get to the upper floor, maybe, and the windows on the upper floor. And there are a few barrels here and there, but there are also many stevedores.
I was going to say, it's 4 o'clock, it should be open warehouse, shouldn't it? People should be wandering around.
Dozens of stevedores bustling around, moving goods. It seems that these 4 warehouses, with the small stream here, flowing into the river, are being served by this jetty here, and here appears to be the main ferry, the Kringler ferry that runs from here over to the poor district, the pit as it's known, of the sort of the northwest portion of the city.
How about asking around, seeing whether this is owned by anyone in particular? It's a wealthy house. He's got to have made his money somehow. He could own the actual warehouse. You're in with the stevedores, aren't you, Thomas? You speak their language?
I'm not sure if these are my people, but I can go and have a quick chat if you want. See what we've got.
Do you want me to come with you, Thomas? I know a little bit about this sort of thing.
Yeah, come on, let's have a wander around and see what we can find. Maybe is there any local drinking houses? I'm more of a drinking house chatter-upper.
Not around here.
You know what? Let's just walk up to the nearest fella with a big hook and say, "I was told, hello. You got a moment?"
Yeah. See, people don't want to talk to me normally.
Who's asking?
Funny that.
Just me. Just asking. I came in on a boat over that. We came in on.
We came. Do you know what? I'm learning to be a boatsman. I was piloting that boat. That's quite good.
Right.
He was all right. Okay, he put a bit of a hole in it. I had to fix it. Then he got weird. Anyway, that's not why we're here. We're supposed to be delivering 4 boxes to warehouse 4. We turned up here and it's shut.
No, it's not.
Why is it?
Thomas, it's open, mate. It's
I
fine.
thought it was shut.
No. No. Him and his boxes. He got knocked on the head while I was on board.
Oh, you told me the door was shut and you didn't want to go in because. Why did?
We have a problem here, right? You're not delivering anything to anywhere else. That's not how this works.
No, you deliver, mate.
To the warehouse.
I said it was knocked on the head on way over here. Sorry. Who owns warehouse 4?
Oh. Well, that's the boss, isn't it?
What's his name?
Yeah.
And he grins at you like a toothy gap grin.
I'm gonna roll a. I'm gonna take out a couple of shillings. So, whose is it?
Well, I like the colour of your. I like the colour of your metal there, my friend. Yeah. Well, it's the boss. Steinhager. It's the Steinhager family. They own all 4 of these warehouses along here. Bloody rich merchant family. They have a place down in the Eagle Ring, from what I understand. Don't let any of us commoners go down there, do they? No. They also have offices out in Kaufmannstrasse, I think the boss says it is. Don't really go there either. He comes over here to do the business. We just load. He pays us an okay wage, but, it could be better. Certainly.
Where were their offices?
Some of the,
Wait, chill.
Isn't-
Where were
isn't-
their
is-
offices?
Hang on.
Kaufman Strasse.
I know.
Down here.
Steinhager. What's it? What's his name? Oh, it's on tip of my tongue.
Oh, I'm gonna pat me man Landwin on the shoulder and go, Steinhager, like this, the
Stein.
snakes.
Well, you've got Heinrich Steinhager. He owns those 4 over there across the river. I work for his brother Franz. Franz owns these 4, right? So, yeah, it depends which brother you're after. You're after one particularly from the other? Yeah.
Well, Franz, he must live at Middle and he must live in Edelring. I remember that from yonks ago.
Well, yeah, both the brothers live in Edelring. Why?
Yeah, they don't live together though, do they?
Yeah, I don't look like the merchant type to me, though, do you?
No,
You said
well,
there's some
I'm a
folks
boatsman.
delivering.
Mate, you are a wonderful, wonderful source of local colour. Thank you so much.
Well, I'll
And
tell you
I'm
what.
just going to turn and wander off. Like,
Next time you
we
see
got
us,
work to do. We've got rats to catch.
next time you see us, in one of ends, I'll get you a drink, and there's your couple of shillings. Thank you very much.
No worries.
You be safe and watch out for those hooks.
Yeah. Crazy night last night, I tell you. Crazy night.
Okay, boys, we've got ourselves a rat.
Same rat.
Same rat. And the best thing to do with rats, I think, is burn them out, right?
So go back to where everybody is, and
Yeah.
The person we're looking for is Franz Steinhager. He's the one. The Steinhagers are the ones that have the house in Edelring. Him and his brother Hans have a load of warehouses on the front, but Franz has the first 4
FS.
FS. Well, Snake.
Did you ask about the dwarf?
Hilton.
Or the goblin.
No,
No, that
do you know
dwarf
what
that turned up dead. I wonder if
No.
anyone knew about him.
But weren't some of you going to go to the morgue?
Yeah, I know, but if he was found around here, it's a bit weird, right?
Yeah.
Well, the goblin
no,
was found in that.
Found in the sewers round here.
No, the goblin was found at warehouse number 4, and I'm just kicking myself for not even asking about the bloody goblin.
Zed even mentioned Crazy Night last night, and he didn't pick up on it.
No, I
But
didn't.
hang up there,
I
so-
didn't. I was too busy in the moment of.
The FS and the Steinhagers, and that's brilliant. Brilliant work.
I can't really go back and give another couple of coins, can I? Well,
Yeah, you can,
okay,
you'll
well,
love it.
I tell you what. Let's go back and find another person.
Operating evidence.
What an idiot! Sorry, I'm really sorry.
So you can head back, but what you'll see is the guy you were speaking to is quite a burly, quite tall bloke. Appears to be the foreman.
Hmm.
And you approach and they go, talk to the foreman. Busy.
Well, let's go and have another little chat
So,
with. My friend. Sorry.
yo. So you said last night was wild. I mean, we had a wild one last night as well. I mean, you would not believe the little weird body parts that we found. How about yours? And just give him a look that says I'm small, but I'm also carrying a shape like a tripod. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry. Just improvise around me. Somebody did
Lost.
The guy's just gone, I've had
Guy
enough
just
of
flat
this.
out left.
He raises his eyebrows.
I think everybody's dropping. Oh no, they're all back. It's been a Discord thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Discord must be playing up.
What happened?
Discord's playing up.
No. Sorry to bother you again. What you said as I was walking, it just went over my head. Crazy night last night. What do you mean by crazy night last night?
The goblin.
A goblin?
Yeah. Although mutant goblin, I think, is the right word from what I hear.
A mutant
Yeah.
goblin, really?
Yeah, the watch cornered it in our warehouse here. Apparently, it was hiding from somebody or other. Don't know
Right.
what.
Did you
Has
see
anyone
body?
actually seen it?
Hello. What?
Did anyone actually see it?
Did you see body?
Well, we went here. We bagged it off for the night. You know, we do get a night off. Yeah, it was a
Right.
lot.
What about the guards? Tell me this. You have guards. Oh, you probably don't need guards, do you? He's going to rob from you. Rob from you, eh?
Exactly. Yeah, we
Exactly.
don't normally have guards on duty.
So the watch
Occasionally,
just get to rock
when
up.
we've got a good haul, I will post a couple of people on. But it's been a quiet haul last couple of days. We've had everything out, so no guards.
Oh, right.
Right, but the watch just rocked up, smashed a goblin, fucked off with it, and that's all right.
Well,
Guess it's their
that's
business,
what I
isn't it?
heard. That's what I heard. Yeah.
It's their business, isn't it? Can we have a look?
No. I tell you what I heard.
We can't have a look, can we? We're not even friends.
I heard something, my friend, as well. I'm going to slip in another couple of silver. A couple of
Okay.
shillings,
Yeah.
sorry. That's it. I heard a dwarf was found under here as well.
Well, that's a new one on me. No dwarf been found under here. No.
All right.
All right.
I mean,
Now,
not recently. Yeah, I mean, there was
No,
one
but-
about. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 5. About 4 months ago,
Oh,
floating he was down the river.
that's not good. Well,
No.
depends how you look at it, don't it? Strong buggers, dwarves. Good for work.
Yeah, this one had all swollen up and quite puffy. Been in the water a while, apparently. Went down to Mourners Guild, was where they took the body. Don't know what happened to it afterwards. Probably buried it outside, or yeah. Sometimes the bodies get burned because we don't have anybody claims them and won't pay for the grave. The city's not like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't help people. The Shellians, they try their best, but the more folk, we anyway. I'm rabbiting. Listen, will you be careful with that box?
But clearly we are now interrupting you, but we will have a look. I just can't believe we missed out on this goblin thing. But anyway.
Well, unless you had a reason to be down here, I wouldn't recommend being down on the Austin Dam at night. It's not always the most salubrious of places, especially when the drunken sailors come back. Unless you like that kind of thing. Personally, I don't, but
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Well, listen.
Thank you again for your time.
He pats his kind of jacket pocket. Well, me and the boys will have a couple of drinks on you tonight. Thank you, sir. Thank you. What's your name? I'd like to toast you when we get to the bar tonight.
My name's Lamwin. You know.
Well, Lamwin, anybody who looks after my boys is a friend of mine. And he claps you across the back and staggers you a couple of steps.
Thank you, my friend. What was his name again? It was.
I didn't give him. I didn't give him one.
So what? My friend, what is your name? Just so in case I see you across the bar and I can shout you to get you a drink.
Hang on. Oh, that didn't work. Ulfman Schraderberger.
Well, thank you, Ulfman.
Welcome.
You be safe now.
Yeah, and you don't go falling in the river. It's a bit not a good place to fall in.
I think if I fell down there, I'd probably be able to walk out, be fine.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll see, shall we? We'll see. All right. Where next?
Head back and relay that information. But I do think we need to see his dwarf's body, because I think what's happened is, personally, they've killed a dwarf, set it as a goblin.
You can't just paint it green.
No.
Green.
But is anyone really going to check that much?
Where's the body of the goblin? We've got the body of the goblin.
Smaller than a dwarf.
Yeah, but people are stupid. If you
Kill it
cut it
harshly.
off and paint it a bit green, or leave it in the sewers for a bit,
Like I say, pull its pants down.
looks like 3 legs.
3 legs.
Okay. It's getting late in the afternoon, but it's still sort of pre-dinner time.
Right, let's get a move on to Temple of Moor.
Well, it's not a Temple of Moor. It's actually called. It's the Mourners Guild.
Oh,
so
Mourners
it's-
Guild, sorry.
Folks, just while we get a moment, my internet has been really weird over the last half hour. You keep turning into robots or totally freezing, so I haven't been able to follow anything for about half.
Really?
I've tried rebooting and everything, so I'm totally confused.
Okay. I think everybody else is kind of confused.
Yeah.
I'm always confused.
Oh,
It's alive!
I'm linking things together, just confirming them.
Yeah,
at the
you just
moment,
brought me
but-
up.
Mehdi, I'll watch the replay when you post it, just to figure out what's going on.
No worries, I'll bang it up tomorrow night for you.
You see, even this is wrong. There are so many. When you dig into this, there are so many inconsistencies in the descriptions in the book with what the map says. It's silly. Okay, so you head over to the Mourners Guild. The Mourners Guild is, well, it is actually a chapel as well as a building designated for mourners to go and celebrate the life of somebody. The Mourners Guild is part of the Temple of Moor. The main Temple of Moor and the Garden of Moor is beyond the town walls. But ultimately, yeah, you can head there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool,
Head over.
thank you.
I do believe that Rembrandt, you
Got a bad feeling. It might be that.
yeah, I think you this is more your neck of the woods with your religious thingy.
And
Then
heading into the building, you're greeted by a kindly young woman, auburn hair, the creases and the creases on her face and her eyes tell a story that belies her young age. Tells you a story of somebody who has seen a lot of bodies coming through and has personally handled many of them.
Hey,
And she
how you doing?
she kind of she greets you. Good evening, good afternoon, friends. How may I assist you today?
I'm hoping you can help. I've heard you had a dwarf brought in.
Yes.
I met him the other day, and well, I don't know whether it's him or not. I'd just like to check. I met him the other day, and I feel like I might have let him down. And if I have, then I wouldn't mind paying my respects.
Of course. We are currently preparing a dwarf that came into us this morning. And it would be good to know the dwarf's identity because unfortunately we found him with nobody was able to identify him. Please follow me. Of course, please pay the due respect to the temple while you are here. And she takes you to a small room, and there are a couple of other people that are currently. One seems to be washing the corpse with a bucket, sponge, and he's kind of washing the body. And another one is kind of measuring out some cloth by the side. Is this the person?
I don't know.
Is it Guthrie?
Is it Guthrie?
It's Guthrie.
Yeah,
Never.
with a side, Rembrandt's like, shouldn't have left him.
I'm going
You
to put
know
my
this
hand on your
dwarf?
shoulder.
I don't know him, but sometimes you bump into people in life, and maybe you should have done something. And maybe you tried, but maybe you could have done more.
Yes, sometimes this happens.
We met him on the road a week or two back or something, and he was full of drink, and we got him on his way, and we came here and saw him in the stocks outside the Schaffenfest. He'd been drinking again.
How did it? What happened?
Well, look, somehow he managed to get him. Oh, actually, what did happen?
I was about to say, if I could examine him a little, just to...
Somebody painted him green and killed him.
Yeah, I mean, he's missing from the waist down, and he's got green paint on him.
No.
But nothing weird,
Yeah, no kinky stuff.
It's not gangrene setting in and it's changed his skin colour.
No. You notice that there are several knife wounds, what appear to be stab wounds across the body. The best we can surmise, sir, is the poor dwarf was set about by cutthroats, bandits, thugs. Perhaps they mistook him for somebody. They thought he had money, and then his body was dumped in the sewer. Unfortunately, many bodies get dumped in the sewer when such individuals don't want them to be found quickly.
I'm guessing his arms are all slashed up as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So he has like defensive wounds.
Yeah.
Do you know whereabouts in the sewer he was found?
I don't, unfortunately. The City Watch brought him in this morning. They just said it was in one of the sewer tunnels.
I'm gonna drop the name of the City Watch guy that you are gonna tell us.
Yeah.
Was this member? Did he bring it back?
No, I don't believe so. No. Let's see if I can remember his name. It was, I believe it was Ranulph Franzen, just a watch captain of the area. They'd been reports of cries in the night, and their watch decided to investigate. And sadly, that's what they discovered.
Oh well, poor Guthrie.
Looking at the wounds, are they stab wounds like dagger or more a sword, axe type of thing?
More dagger. Fine wounds, not big slashes.
So stiletto type, or just a normal dagger?
Normal dagger.
Right, okay.
The best you can tell.
Yeah.
I don't suppose you've had a goblin brought in here, a three-legged one, have you?
Three-legged goblin? No. Would we?
Well, apparently one was killed at the warehouse 4 last night.
I would imagine the City Watch would dispose of that themselves. It sounds corrupted.
Where would they dispose of it? And how
Burn
would
it,
they?
maybe? Throw it in the river? Who knows?
It's not hygienic.
Well, that's the City Watch for you.
That probably need fire.
I'm going to again give a couple of shillings to this.
You are
priest.
just splashing the cash.
I am.
I hope
What's he up to now?
I hope you're removing these shillings from your character sheet.
Yeah, I'm clicking the right mouse button. No, left mouse button, isn't it?
It changes between every time he gives a mouse. He switches to the other one after.
But there's not a lot else you can get from her other than she.
No, I'm just giving that for
yeah,
time.
no. But there's not a lot else she gets. She kind of asks, sort of slightly uncomfortably, given that you're the nearest thing that she knows to be related to the dwarf. what you would like done.
I'm just
Do
a
we
bit
know
respectful,
their traditions?
and whichever his dwarven
Okay.
traditions are.
No problem.
No,
She'll
just
agree. Yeah, she'll agree to that. And then you kind of just leave. Not much else you can glean from that, so you kind of head off.
Is there anything like, do they do headstones? Do they do cremations? Or
Dwarves probably cremated.
I'll make a small donation to the temple.
Okay.
can't we just build a cairn in the middle of the? No.
Okay. All right. I think what we'll do is we will wrap up there as you head back to the journey's end. Is there anything particular you want to do at the end of the day? And we'll start again as you awake the following morning.
Well, no, we're going to do something at night, aren't we?
Oh,
We are
you
going
going to...
at evening time.
Allegedly.
Okay.
9ish.
All right.
We
So
are
what kind of time in the evening are you going to go?
9ish.
9ish.
Around the time that if people were going to be in the house, they'd be, eating their dinner hairs, getting fat and thinking they're rich and safe and that kind of stuff. At which point there'll be a sharp rap on the door for a very well-dressed fella with a slight weird glint in his eye. Definitely
Very
not.
green.
Yes. Let me explain.
Oh,
As you are sat enjoying your evening meal and planning what you're going to do later on the evening, there is this kind of ripple of concern that kind of just seems to arrive in a wave with all the patrons as they're coming in. And you notice a couple of times as the door opens and you can kind of get a sense of outside, the sky seems to be going green.
Not again.
On.
And Morsleeb is rising.
I see a bad moon rising.
And we just got the title for tonight's episode. So, as Morsleeb rises, it's not. I have no way of changing the strength of this. It's not as green as you've seen before, but it is certainly green.
Oh, good.
And there's that little. There's no mist tonight, so you don't have
Oh.
green mist, but you do have this. And as you get to 9 o'clock and the darkness has kind of descended, it is definitely a green tinged night.
Bloody hell.
And at that point, we will call it a night.
Oof.
I'm going to reset your fortune, and let's have a think about this. Session 30. Fear of the Dark would be a good one again. All right, we could do Bad Moon Rising, or just do that. There we go.
No, I think it's sweet.
I had something else
Alright.
in my head. I had something else in my head, and I can't remember what it is.
Well, I'm going to upload it tomorrow night, so have a think.
Okay. Well, I'll just do that for now. You get a small amount of XP. You've moved the store on a little bit, but not hugely.
Let's add a few things together, at least.
Yeah. But we've now got a shape of the problem in front of us. And, we always had the solution, but now we know what we need to solve.
Hopefully you enjoyed tonight.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
brilliant.
I did.
Fantastic.
Absolutely wicked, thank you.
You're welcome. Let me know
Um,
when we finish, when you've taken the stream down, buddy.
And about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Evan.